Welcome to Copenhagen, Denmark's enchanting capital where Nordic charm meets cutting-edge design, where bicycles outnumber cars, and where you can truly feel what it means to live the good life. Today, we take you through the very soul of Denmark, exploring its thriving cities, majestic nature, cultural treasures, and modern lifestyle. Copenhagen is the heart of Denmark, both literally and figuratively. With nearly 800,000 people living in the capital and more than 1.3 million in the greater metropolitan area, it's a city that punches well above its weight in terms of influence, innovation, and inspiration. Denmark as a whole has a population of about 5.9 million, with a high standard of living, a strong welfare state, and one of the most stable economies in Europe. Danes are consistently ranked among the happiest people in the world. Why? It's a mix of good governance, balance between work and leisure, strong social support, and perhaps most importantly, a cultural philosophy known as hygge, the art of coziness, contentment, and simple pleasures. Let's start by exploring the best places to visit in Copenhagen and beyond. Here are 10 must-see locations. Nyhavn, probably the most photographed spot in Copenhagen. Nyhavn is a 17th century harbour filled with colourful townhouses, old wooden ships, restaurants, and bars. Once a seedy area of sailors and pubs, it's now the perfect place to relax with a Danish beer and soak up the atmosphere. Tivoli Gardens opened in 1843. Tivoli is one of the oldest amusement parks in the world and a magical place that has inspired artists and even Walt Disney. With vintage roller coasters, charming gardens, and live performances, it's a must-visit for both families and nostalgia lovers. The Little Mermaid statue, inspired by Hans Christian Andersen's famous fairy tale, this bronze statue has become a global symbol of Denmark. It sits quietly on a rock near the Langelini promenade, waiting for countless photos from admiring tourists. Rosenborg Castle, built in the early 1600s by King Christian IV, this fairy tale Renaissance castle in central Copenhagen houses the Danish crown jewels and royal regalia. Its beautifully manicured gardens are perfect for a royal picnic. The Round Tower, completed in 1642, this astronomical observatory offers a unique spiral ramp and panoramic views of Copenhagen from the top. It's one of Europe's oldest functioning observatories. Christiansborg Palace, located on Slotsholmen Island, Christiansborg is home to the Danish Parliament, Supreme Court, and Prime Minister's office. You can explore the royal reception rooms, chapel, and underground ruins. The National Museum of Denmark, this is the go-to place to learn about Denmark's rich history, from Viking artifacts to medieval weaponry to modern social movements. The exhibits are interactive and family-friendly. Amalienborg Palace, this is the current residence of the Danish royal family. Don't miss the daily changing of the guard ceremony in the palace square. It's a touch of pomp and tradition that delights visitors. The National Gallery of Denmark, a haven for art lovers, this museum holds Danish and international works from the Renaissance to contemporary times, including pieces by Matisse and Picasso. Copenhagen Opera House, located across the harbour, this striking modern building is one of the most advanced opera houses in the world. You can enjoy performances by top-tier artists or simply admire its architecture. Copenhagen is often called one of the greenest cities on the planet. More than 40% of residents commute by bike. The city aims to be carbon neutral by 2025, and everywhere you look you'll find sustainability in action. Let's explore a few of the natural parks and outdoor spaces that make living in Copenhagen such a delight. King's Garden surrounds Rosenborg Castle. It is the oldest royal garden in the country and a popular spot for sunbathing, picnics, and strolls. Fælledparken is the largest public park in Copenhagen with football fields, skating rinks, and playgrounds. Amager Nature Park is a vast expanse of wetlands, forests, and beaches just a bike ride from the city centre. It's great for birdwatching, kayaking, or barbecues with friends. The Deer Park, or Nyhavn, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site north of the city where over 2,000 free-ranging deer roam. Visit the historic Hermitage Hunting Lodge while you're there. Copenhagen lakes are 3 interconnected lakes where locals jog, feed ducks, or enjoy coffee by the water. If you're wondering where to stay, Copenhagen offers a wide range of accommodations. For luxury, try Hotel d'Angleterre, one of the oldest and most prestigious hotels in Europe. For boutique charm, check out SB34 or Novice Hotel, both stylish and centrally located. Budget travelers love Steel House Copenhagen, a modern hostel with a pool and cinema. Airbnb options are also plentiful and often more affordable. Outside Copenhagen, cities like Aarhus, Odense, and Aalborg offer similarly inviting accommodations, with a touch of local charm and history. The economy of Denmark is diverse and modern. Major industries include pharmaceuticals, maritime shipping, agriculture, and increasingly, green energy. Copenhagen is also a tech hub, with a thriving startup scene and major players like Maersk and Novo Nordisk headquartered here. The official language of Denmark is Danish, but you'll find that nearly everyone in Copenhagen speaks excellent English. Whether you're ordering Smørrebrød or asking for directions, you'll feel comfortable and welcome. So when is the best time to travel? Spring, from April to June, brings blooming flowers, longer days, and comfortable temperatures around 10 to 17 degrees Celsius. Summer, from July to August, is warm and lively, with temperatures reaching up to 25 degrees. This is festival season, and the city feels alive 24/7. Autumn, from September to November, sees colorful foliage and cozy indoor vibes. A good time for museums and cafes. Winter, from December to March, is cold, often dipping below freezing, but magical thanks to Christmas markets, lights, and the Nordic winter mood. Whether you're wandering through ancient castles, cycling through clean streets, diving into Viking history, or simply enjoying the silence of a forest park, life in Copenhagen and Denmark is defined by balance, creativity, and joy. Copenhagen is known for its charming canals, minimalist design, and bike-friendly streets. But when the sun sets, the city transforms into something entirely different, a place full of energy, rhythm, laughter, and social connection. The nightlife in Copenhagen is rich, diverse, and deeply embedded in the city's culture of balance between work and play. Whether you're looking for laid-back wine bars, underground techno clubs, classic pubs, or elegant cocktail lounges, the Danish capital has something for every vibe and mood. Nightlife in Copenhagen doesn't start too early. Most locals gather at home or in cozy bars for a few drinks before heading out to the clubs. The city is known for its pre-drinking culture, or forspill, which is all about warming up with friends before diving into the night. One of the most iconic neighborhoods for nightlife is the Meatpacking District, or Copenhagen. This former industrial area is now home to some of the hottest spots in the city. You'll find everything from live music venues to gourmet restaurants that turn into DJ bars as the night progresses. Places like Jolene Bar, Walk-In, and Mesteren and Lurlingen are staples in the area. On any given night, you'll encounter artists, students, travelers, and locals blending effortlessly, creating an atmosphere that feels spontaneous and electric. If you're into electronic music and underground vibes, head to Culture Box near Kongens Torv. This club is one of the pillars of the Copenhagen club scene, with world-class DJs playing deep house, techno, and everything in between. It's supported by the Danish government as a cultural institution, which shows how seriously Denmark takes its music and nightlife. For a more casual night out, many locals flock to Nyhavn, a multicultural and creative district with bars that are as diverse as the people who visit them. From microbreweries like Bruce to hipster hangouts like the Barking Dog or the cozy feel of Mikela and Friends, there's always a drink, a laugh, and good conversation waiting. If you're into live music, Copenhagen won't disappoint. Vega is one of the best concert venues in Scandinavia, hosting international and Danish artists across genres. Smaller venues like Loppen in Christiania or Rust in Nyhavn give you a more intimate feel and often spotlight up-and-coming talent. Speaking of Christiania, it's worth a nighttime visit of its own. This self-proclaimed autonomous neighborhood is not only known for its alternative lifestyle but also for its cultural venues, bars, and events. You'll find impromptu jam sessions, art shows, and relaxed beer gardens that feel completely different from the rest of the city. For something more upscale, head to the cocktail bars of Inner Copenhagen. Ruby, Curfew, and Lidkeep are among the best-rated bars in Europe. With dim lighting, award-winning mixologists, and a curated drink menu, these places are perfect for a classy night out or a romantic evening. On weekends, Copenhageners love to dance until sunrise, especially during the summer when the sky barely gets dark. Boat parties, open-air events, and street festivals like Distortion, Copenhagen's week-long street party that turns the city into one giant dance floor, are unforgettable experiences. Nightlife in Denmark doesn't end in Copenhagen. Cities like Aarhus, Aalborg, and Odense also have vibrant scenes. In Aalborg, the stretch known as Jomfru and Gade is the country's longest bar street, filled with pubs, nightclubs, and lively crowds. Aarhus, Denmark's second-largest city, has a young and student-heavy population that brings energy to bars like Tir Narnog and venues like Train, which hosts major acts and DJs. Now let's shift gears from the dance floor to the dinner table, because Denmark's food culture is just as dynamic as its nightlife. Traditional Danish cuisine is built around simplicity, freshness, and quality ingredients. Rooted in the country's agrarian and maritime history, Danish food is hearty, seasonal, and deeply comforting. One of the most iconic dishes is Smørrebrød, the traditional Danish open-faced sandwich. It might sound simple, but it's anything but basic. Served on dense rye bread known as rugbrød, Smørrebrød can be topped with an artistic arrangement of pickled herring, cured meats, egg and shrimp, roast beef with remoulade, or blue cheese and radishes. It's a lunchtime staple, especially when enjoyed with a cold beer and maybe even a shot of aquavit. Another classic is frikadelle, Danish meatballs made with pork or a mix of pork and veal, seasoned with onion and spices, then pan-fried and served with potatoes and brown gravy. You'll often find it alongside red cabbage or cucumber salad. Stegt flæsk med persillesavs is considered Denmark's national dish. It's crispy pork belly served with boiled potatoes and a creamy parsley sauce. It's indulgent, satisfying, and beloved by nearly every Dane. Flæskesteg, or roast pork with crackling, is a holiday favorite, often served during Christmas alongside red cabbage and caramelized potatoes. Seafood plays a huge role in Danish cuisine. Pickled herring, or sild, comes in endless variations, curried, spiced, with onions or dill, and is often enjoyed as part of a smørrebrød platter. Cold smoked salmon, known as roger lax, is another favorite, usually eaten with scrambled eggs or mustard sauce. In Denmark, lunch is traditionally cold, but dinner, called aftensmad, is usually a warm meal, often served family-style. Soups and stews like gulla ærter, a hearty yellow split pea soup, or bikesmad, a hash of leftover meat and potatoes with a fried egg on top, reflect the country's comfort food roots. Bread is a huge part of Danish eating culture. Rugbrød is a dark, dense rye bread that's high in fiber and rich in flavor. It's the foundation for many Smørrebrød sandwiches and is eaten almost daily in Danish homes. Denmark is also known for its cheeses, such as Danbo, Isrom, and the pungent blue-veined Danneblue. Cheese is commonly eaten for breakfast or as part of an evening snack. And what about sweets? Denmark has a rich tradition of baked goods, many of which have found their way across the globe. The wienerbrød, known to the rest of the world as Danish pastry, is actually a layered, buttery delight often filled with custard, jam, or almond paste. Try it at one of the country's artisan bakeries for the real experience. You'll also find traditional desserts like rotgrød med fløde, a summer dish made from red berries thickened with potato starch and served with cream. It's as delicious as it is difficult to pronounce. Let's talk about drinks. Beer is the most popular alcoholic beverage in Denmark. The country is home to world-famous breweries like Carlsberg and Tuborg, which have been brewing since the 19th century. In recent years, the craft beer scene has exploded, with brands like Mikkeller and Tuol pushing boundaries and producing IPAs, sours, and experimental brews that rival anything from the US or Belgium. Copenhagen has a number of craft beer bars, like Warpigs, a brewpub in the Meatpacking District that combines American-style barbecue with Danish beer craftsmanship. Then there's aquavit, or snaps, a traditional Nordic spirit made from grain or potatoes and flavored with herbs like dill, caraway, or fennel. It's usually consumed in small shots during meals, especially at festive occasions or holidays. The drink is often accompanied by a short toast, skål, and strong eye contact. Wine culture is growing in Denmark, though it's more popular in restaurants than bars. Natural and biodynamic wines are especially trendy in Copenhagen's upscale dining scene. Speaking of which, the food scene in Copenhagen isn't limited to tradition. The city is a leader in the new Nordic culinary movement, which focuses on local, seasonal, and sustainable ingredients. Restaurants like Noma, often ranked among the best in the world, have redefined fine dining and put Copenhagen on the global culinary map. Even casual restaurants emphasize quality and innovation. Street food markets like Ryfan or Brunds Gadderkokken offer global flavors with a Danish twist. You might try a gourmet hot dog with crispy onions and remoulade, or a falafel wrap made from organic Danish chickpeas. What makes dining and drinking in Denmark special is the atmosphere. Whether you're enjoying a candlelit meal in a bistro, laughing with friends over beer in a beer garden, or dancing until sunrise at a club, everything feels intentional, warm, and a little bit magical. The Danes have mastered the art of living well, and that includes savoring the night, one bite and one drink at a time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more travel videos. We'll keep exploring the most vibrant cities, the tastiest dishes, and the best nightlife around the world. Skål, and see you in the next video.